Hey everyone, thanks for watching. So I haven't been able to get my Mavic up for the past few days for a couple of reasons. First of all, it's been pretty cold. It's been in the single digits around here, which is quite normal for this time of year. And secondly, it's been snowing. Because I didn't want to risk any warranty issues with my Mavic, I didn't want to fly it when it was that cold out. I did watch some YouTube videos that showed people flying it in sub-zero temperatures. I just don't think it's worth it, and so I didn't want to take it out. Now today's a little bit nicer. It's about 20 degrees outside, 20 degrees Fahrenheit. I thought that was not too cold, and I wasn't going to fly it for very long. So, one thing that I wanted to cover, I think one of the coolest things about the Mavic, what's called the point of interest mode. And it's one of the extra modes that comes with the Mavic. What you can do with the point of interest mode is you can choose an item, piece of scenery or whatever that you want to focus on as your point of interest, and you can fly your Mavic above that, and you can set certain parameters. You can set the distance, like how far away you want to fly around that subject, and you can set the speed. I think it's pretty cool because it's an automatic mode. You don't have to do a whole lot after you set the parameters. It looks really artistic, and so for someone like myself who's a beginner and kind of a rookie at doing this, learning how to control a drone, is one of the hardest parts. Getting it right so you feel comfortable getting good footage. And so with the point of interest, I think it's really neat because you can choose something that you want to highlight and set your parameters and just hit record, and then you don't have to worry about all the other things. The Mavic is doing the work for you. And that's one of the coolest things about this drone that I really like, that made me kind of gravitate towards it, is because there's so many automatic functions on it. And so I think for a beginner, I think that's really important, because you can still learn how to do the drone flying on your own, just little baby steps at a time. But anyone right off the bat can get awesome footage with this drone. And as I'll show you here in just a second, I'm going to show you some footage that I got using this point of interest. As you'll see, it doesn't take a whole lot of talent. I think it's really fun because it allows someone like myself to get out there and get some fun video and get some fun photos without having to do a whole lot of practice or study. So I think what I'd like to do now is take my Mavic outside and get a little bit of video on how I set up the point of interest and get a little bit of footage for you to see what it looks like. So today I'm at the Scandinavian Heritage Park in our community, which is a really cool park because it has a lot of structures, some replicas from the Scandinavian countries of Finland, Sweden, and Norway. And one of the coolest things at this park is this beautiful church. It's a replica of an actual church in Norway, and it's one of the highlights of our community. We have one of the world's largest, I think it is the world's largest Scandinavian festival every fall in our community. And so it's a really cool place to be. And I'm going to use the church as my subject for the point of view mode to show you guys how it works on the Mavic Pro. And as you'll see in just a second, it's very easy to do. And if you have something that you want to highlight in your video, it's a really good way to highlight it. After I'm done doing the point of view, I'm going to do some flyovers and just practice working with the drone, getting some footage. And so I'll put that at the end too. So here we go. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to find a subject, which is going to be that church right over there that you can see. See if I can pan up a little bit. We're going to make that our point of view subject, and then we're going to fly overhead and just show you how easy the point of view is, especially for beginners like myself. So let's get her up in the air and see what it looks like. Okay, so there is the church. We're going to go up to, I think we're at 150 feet right now. Maybe go a little bit higher. Now the first thing that you need to do is fly directly above your subject. So I'm going to go ahead and point the camera all the way down. Get directly above it. Right like that. Go ahead and tap the middle, or you can hit your center focus button. And then we're going to click on the icon over here for our flight modes. And that's going to bring up our flight modes, and then we click on point of interest right there. And then it asks you to fly the aircraft to above the point of interest and set that position as the POI. Go ahead and hit apply. And then as you can see right here, it says radius 0 and altitude 161. We're actually going to back up a little bit So our radius, we're going to go back to about, I suppose about 50, 60 feet. Okay, I guess we're going to go to 80 feet and then pan back up. And right there is your subject. And once you have that set, you can go ahead and hit start. And then it shows you how you can control your drone while it's actually doing the rotation. And so with the left stick you can increase the throttle or decrease, turn left or right. And the right stick you can decrease the radius, increase the radius, or you can change direction. And so that's the cool thing about this mode, is that you can actually make adjustments while it's going through its rotation. So, and right now it's going 2.2 miles per hour, and that's a little bit slow. And so what we're going to do, we're going to speed it up a little bit, and I'm going to put it up all the way up to about 13 miles per hour. Okay, then you can go ahead and hide that if you want, get a better view, and it will continue to go around that subject for as long as you let it. I'm actually going to back up a little bit and pan up a little bit so we get a little better view of the park. And there it is. So that's how simple the point of view is. We do have a little bit of wind today, not much. I think it's about 15 miles per hour, but it's enough to pull up the caution. Really nice smooth rotation, and you can pan your camera up and down while it's rotating, which is kind of cool. So yeah, very simple point of view. Fly right overhead, set your center, back up to your radius, go to your height, and then just hit start, and she keeps rotating. So very convenient, very cool footage, and it's probably one of my favorite ones so far. And to get out of the mode, you just go ahead and click on the icon on the bottom, hit exit this mode. It will ask you to confirm, and then it will hover right where you stop it. Alright, and that's it. Alright, so there you go. So pretty simple, right? I mean, the point of interest is one of the best things I think about the Mavic Pro. All you have to do is fly it to whatever subject you want to focus on, set those parameters, hit record, and go. And you're on your way to making some awesome cinematic footage. You know, I'm still tweaking the settings on the drone as far as the exposure and things like that. Been watching a lot of videos, reading a lot of stuff, and so like I always like to do, I'm going to post a couple of things down below in the description. A couple of, YouTube channels that I think you should check out. There's a few guys out there that have been doing this a lot longer than I have, and this is some of the best channels I think, because this is where I learned how to do the few things that I've done with my Mavic so far. So check those guys out. Also, please subscribe to my channel and help me grow this channel. You know, I'd like to get to a point where we have a little community going here. You know, that's everyone's goal on YouTube, is to build a community. And I love videography, I love photography, and I love drones. And so if you love all those things, go ahead and subscribe, click on the thumbs up button, and comment below. Give me any advice that you have, or maybe point me in the right direction on how I can learn to fly this thing. So thanks for watching, and we'll see you next time.
far.